Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Is that a Java? No.
No. This is actually similar to the ones you bought me when you got an assortment.
Are
we ready, Steve?
I'm about to show Harry some, but go ahead.
Oh. Welcome back, everybody. And this is the second FLEXCAST on the birthday FLEXCAST day that we're filming. And it's probably, I don't know, FLEXCAST like 35, 34, 30 something. It's less.
Like
the number is less than I am years
Are
old.
you 37?
I'm 37 today. Thanks.
That's crazy.
My
Thanks,
birthday's
guys.
in a month. We got close birthdays.
Yeah,
Steve, yours is close.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah, this is a couple weeks. Our birthday's right around the corner. Are we doing something for your birthday, by the way, Steve?
I don't celebrate my birthday.
Me neither.
I'm the same as you. I'm telling you.
This is the big plans I have for my birthday, by the way.
Like,
and I'm quite happy with this.
But you are celebrating your birthday, just a different time.
No.
For that. That
isn't that kind of for you?
Yeah.
No, not at all. It's someone else's party.
I thought that was your party.
No, it was it's his birthday party. My buddy's party. I'm having a big ass party in a couple weeks, and no, that's not for me. That's for him.
Oh.
It's his birthday.
Oh shoot.
You're right in the sense that I will still be very happy because it's a party at my house.
Yes.
But it's not for me.
All right.
I can invite my friends to it. You guys are welcome to come. Harry's like, I'll stop by for a drink.
Because I'm trying not to be around a big crowd.
And most of these people have been
vaccinated. Which is great.
Harry, I was trying to show you this.
Oh yeah, is it the off-white one?
Oh, those released yet?
No.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are there? I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't recognize
that's
them.
the unreleased one.
I like those.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. But yeah, that's the party that Hollis is doing.
Harry doesn't want to talk about off-white unreleased sneakers right now.
Did you guys? I didn't know what those were. I just didn't know what they were. The yellow toe looks like an off-white canary, but then there's these gray and yellow ones that just came out that have a removable top. Did you see those?
No.
They're a Jordan 1 high, but there's a zipper right here, and it takes the zipper off. It goes
becomes a low.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's kind of cool, but what does the zipper look like?
It's yellow.
I mean, is it like an obvious zipper though? Does it ruin the form factor? Or
it doesn't really ruin the form factor, but it flows.
That's all right. I'm down with that.
Watch it flow that way. That'll be
going behind.
That's perfect.
So that's why I told Harry to switch so that it wouldn't go.
I have a question for you guys. Did you guys watch any of the UFC fights this weekend?
No, but I know that you did from your stories.
Yeah.
That was insane. Anybody watching this, you would know that these. So Sophie's never watched. My wife Sophie's never watched UFC before. She's just. I'm like getting her.
So what made her want to watch this one tonight? Maybe obviously before all the stuff happened. Like,
so we went out to dinner, or we went to dinner with her parents and whatever, and hung out, and we came back, and I was like, it was like 8, and I was like, there's a fight coming on at 9 that I kind of want to watch, and she was like, okay, and I was like, well, it goes till like midnight at least, and so she doesn't want to stay up to watch it in the room, so I was like, you know what? I was like, okay, I won't get it. So we sit there and we watch the prelim fights that were free. And those got me. They finessed me where they made me want to watch the fight because of me watching the first ones. So I was like, then I looked at the price, $90. And I'm like, at first it was 70, but that's if you have to sign up for ESPN Plus, which is $20. So I'm like, $70 is one thing. 90 is a whole another thing. I'm like, that's so expensive for one thing.
70 is one thing. 90 though, I don't know.
It is. And so then all the fights go on and it starts, and I'm like, I'm not going to do it, whatever. I'm not paying. Sophie was looking at me. She's like, I can tell you want to watch this fight. I was like, I do. And she's like, I'll stay up if you do. I'm not really that tired. Usually she goes to bed at like 9, 10 o'clock. So I was like, all right, fine, I'll do it. So then I bought it. And these fights were the gnarliest fight. It was a really good UFC card. Like, one of the guys, first, he runs out, very first thing of the fight, first strike of the fight, he goes to kick the guy. He kicks his leg, snaps his own leg in half. As he realizes it, he goes to step back onto it.
Yeah.
And
it crumples. Oh. This has happened like 3 times before
in history. And the guy in the fight was also a part of the last one with Anderson Silva.
He was?
Yes. He's been a part of 2 of the 3.
Oh my God.
Insane.
It's so bad. I mean, just watching that, even from 20 years ago, I've seen him. It's hard to watch.
And Sophie didn't see it, but I saw it and I was like,
did you rewind it?
No, I didn't because they were going to, but I was freaking out. She didn't realize why. So I'm like, Sophie, I don't know if you want to watch this, but they're about to do a replay. And they did it in slow-mo because it was a loud crack. It was like when he kicked it. And she was like, oh my God. She's like, I'm traumatized. I'm having nightmares tonight. And so then there's that fight. And then Masvidal got rocked, which was kind of sad. I've wanted Masvidal to win, but
a lot of people had him winning.
well, they fought prior, but he fought on 6 days' notice, and so this was the rematch. He went all 5 rounds the first time around, and it was on 6 days' notice. So he's like, let me do my revenge. This is the number 2, and Usman he's too good. He's the best right now. So
yeah, he looked dominant.
He's
dude.
good. He's good. So
I watched all the clips. I'm not a huge UFC guy, but I like going to fights. I don't really do a huge thing. I mean, unless we're going to somebody's place and you're watching a big UFC fight. That's cool.
But it was a good card. There was 3 title fights. So it was just Valentina Shevchenko was fighting. She's incredible. She took out the number 1. So she held her belt. And then Rose, that girl, she fought some girl that she was not supposed to beat, and she knocked her out in the first round. It was worth the money. Like, I'll say now, it was worth the money. I'm so glad I watched it.
So it was a great fight.
A bunch of great fights.
I mean, I heard everybody was like, the whole the UFC fight was a great fight night. So you didn't watch that either? What you been doing, Steve?
I mean, fixing things in the house, most likely.
Moving
or just
closer to me now.
Yeah.
He's closer to both of us now.
Yeah, I'm like right in the middle.
Right between.
He's right in between.
Yeah,
That's just right, Steve.
Yeah.
Come up to the warehouse. Warehouse is coming along.
I know. I have to. Oh, I got to bring you the chair.
Oh, yeah.
That chair's been sitting
that's
in my
perfect for
garage.
That's perfect for the warehouse.
Yeah. I told him, I was like, save it for me because that's perfect space.
Yeah.
So you guys probably heard I've got a warehouse. I told you guys like 2 months ago. I think I've signed 2 months ago for it now.
You talked about it a while ago, but you still haven't really gotten it.
I haven't posted about it or anything, but we're in there now. And Steve has a sim set up. He has a couple, and he had one and I was like, save me one, please, because I want one for my office. But then when I was getting the warehouse, I was like, I have so much space. I could literally just put this right next to the TV, have a sim set up. Absolutely perfect. Yeah. So I need to get that from him. But I got a couch in there, a TV, and I got my desk, and I have a ship station now, and my cabinets for my car. So it's all. Now I just have to do the set. I have a call tonight for the set.
You won't have your editing Mac at the house anymore?
No, I'm already.
So maybe
editing.
you should just buy a PC anyway, so you can do what you need to at one of the houses in a pinch.
It's gonna be hard to buy a PC right now.
No, because I edit on Final Cut Pro, so having a PC wouldn't make sense because it would just be its own separate thing.
You could grow up and edit on Premiere Pro.
I was gonna get a new Mac, but they announced a new iMacs, but they're it's
only the small iMacs. Yeah. It's not the big boy ones.
The iMac Pro, the new iMac Pros are next year.
It takes a year usually.
So I mean, my computer's fine.
Unless you're getting a laptop, which you totally could with a new M20 chip, is it?
Yeah, it would be smart to get a laptop too for just having a mobile.
Yeah, because you're not that mobile. He brings his whole iMac when he wants to edit mobile. He brings the whole iMac and.
But I make my work schedule around it, so I don't get in a pinch. But yeah, I don't know. The warehouse has been cool, and I've been there a lot. So I worked till 10 the other night there, which usually that's not weird for me to work till 10 at home. But like when I was not there, but Sophie worked till 9.
So how's the adjustment been working at an actual place? Because you haven't been doing that in a very long time, especially since you've been married. You haven't. So how does Sophie feel about it, or how are you guys settling in with it?
She's fine. She comes like every couple of days and brings me lunch, or we eat lunch there and hang out, or she'll stop by while I'm
working.
you
basically you've gone to a going into the office type of scenario now.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's been less work and more like work as in like filming and more putting things together. So it's been just.
But that's just initially for now, right?
Yeah. But
so you're saying you're not quite there yet?
No, because I still film at home and then I would go edit at the warehouse. So yeah. We're working it out.
So what do you how do you feel about it then so far? Like,
I like it. I think it's going to be the great move.
And so I theorize. I mean, it depends on the person, but for a lot of people like you, it is structurally helpful from the mind to be like, okay, I'm going into work mode. I'm going to work. Like, this is what I'm doing there, and you focus better. And then when you leave it, it's easier for people like you who think like you do, right?
Disconnect.
To say, okay, I'm not there. I'm not going to even worry about work. I can't even do anything, right? So It's helpful in a lot of ways. For me, it doesn't work very well. But for people like you, I've observed over time, I think it is a helpful way to get more done with even less time.
Yeah. No, I think that's how it's going to be. And I mean, I haven't gotten the full motion. I think probably within the month, I'll probably start filming hopefully within like 2-3 weeks there. I've called a night with a contractor. So
Because your other contractors didn't respond anymore?
basically,
Tell us about that.
That's crazy.
So
Yeah,
he found this
I don't want to
contracting
get into it
group.
until I get a.
Oh, no, I'm
talk
going to tell him.
No.
He found this contracting group. I'm not going to say their names.
It's not a contracting group.
Whatever. I don't even
It
know.
was somebody that
I
delivered.
would say their name. I don't know their name. So
I don't know anything about them except their first name, but they delivered a thing to me for a project, and they said they do sets if I ever need anything. And so I
he
said,
was like, hey, I need something.
and then they came out, they sketched out a whole plan. They're supposed to give me some renderings, and I haven't been able to get in touch with them. So I'm moving on.
It's like, I'm trying to pay you. Like, that's how you don't run a business, people. By the way, don't ever do that.
yeah.
Just dumb. Because I mean, I would have done business with them too if after you did it with them. You're like,
Yeah.
it's just, this is how stuff happens. And if he did a great job, then he might talk about it on his fucking channel. You know, like it's just short-sightedness. You know.
Yeah. I don't know what happened, but that's kind of the situation I was left in. So I got somebody new coming, and
Well, the fact is, it doesn't matter what happened.
no, and I got the general idea of what they kind of gave as like their idea, and so I'm gonna kind of go a little bit off of that.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not like there's an excuse that makes it okay.
Yeah. No, I know.
But yeah, so you're working with some other folks that are going to build you something that you like.
Yeah, like I redid the bathroom in the warehouse. I painted, and there's been a lot of lighting. I did a lot of that, and so shut up, Matt. The lighting.
Yeah.
I got another people.
Our boy Matt Kim coming with the LED lighting.
I'm happy to see him out now.
Just so I golfed with him, right? We golfed with him.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm
Last
happy to
week,
see
and that was
out.
cool. Yeah, we haven't talked about that. So Harry and I and Danny, who you guys have seen, Danny from Butler, and Matt Attack 09, the original Matt Kim.
Right. I feel like without Matt, I wouldn't meet you guys.
That's true.
Was that the
without
first time
like
you've seen
cars
him?
and stuff. That's yeah.
for sure.
First time you've seen him since COVID?
Yeah.
'Cause
No. I mean, well, for a while, because remember Matt and I were doing some PPE stuff for COVID for a while.
Oh yeah.
So I would say since almost a year though, because it was like June-ish, I want to say.
Haas gave him a big hug. Hadn't seen him in a long time.
I mean, I miss that guy. I love him.
He's a great guy.
He's a great human.
We did 18 holes.
He's just fun to hang out with too. So I mean, it just he hadn't hung out with anybody either. He said all he's been doing is golfing because he can kind of distance and he's getting his second shot for the vaccine this week. So he's like, all right, after this week, I should be good to go. By the way, guys, unfortunately, we were very excited about it, but because of my trip to LA, we won't be at Caffeine and Octane this weekend.
I might pull up.
Yeah, I meant as the FlexCast, Harry.
Actually, I'm not going to. There's a Formula One race on Sunday, so I'm just going to do that in my warehouse.
What
Like
time is it though?
10 a.m.
Oh,
So I'm going to might have some friends come watch it.
yeah, not me.
Nope. I
Fucking
think
better
out of town.
friends.
I tried to
Better
get-
friends.
try to get Peter to go, but Peter, he's like, I don't wake up that early.
That's true.
But
He doesn't go to bed that late. He doesn't like to be out that late either.
yeah, I know.
Not lately. Like 2 years ago, we used to be out. Remember? We used to be out late.
I don't know how. Yo,
You, me, the
I know.
feast. We were out. Vinny, we were out late.
Late night crew.
Late night. We would go out at midnight.
Yep.
Like we would leave our houses at midnight, and it was so fun because, this is way before COVID, like a year before COVID, right? So that summer, and we would have a good time because we didn't have anything to do the next morning. We didn't have to worry about that, and then there was nobody out there who would just bother you. Like there's just people everywhere is sparse, so we could just enjoy ourselves everywhere.
The highways were clear.
Highways were clear,
Oh.
for safe driving.
I remember that one night I showed up to while the guys was hanging out, and I was like, guys, I don't know if that cop pull out or not. He just clocked me probably at 180, 190
In Mexico?
Yes. And
Trying to out himself.
Jeez, Steve, you were on your way from Mexico, and you were going really fast in Mexico.
yeah, it was one of those nights. The highway was clear though, but yeah.
The other day
Mexico.
in Mexico, I took Eric to Mexico, and I was dropping him off
Oh shit.
in the Ferrari, and he'd never ridden. I was like, he's gonna Uber. I was like, bro, I'll just drop you off. He was like, for real? I was like, of course. And he was like, what, if I get to ride the Ferrari? I was like, yeah. So we grabbed a bite to eat. Oh, I saved. By the way, how did I not lead with this? I saved Airrack's life.
Wait, what happened?
I saved Eric's life. I told you this. I didn't tell you because I told
Let's
him
go.
the next morning. So okay, hold on, rewind. So Eric and I were hanging out, and we're gonna get a bite to eat, and we go to a place nearby here at the corner, and we're eating, and I grabbed like a old man egg salad sandwich. And he was like, ew. And then we also ordered a peanut butter jelly sandwich to split because it was a restaurant that had a peanut butter jelly. I was like, well, wait, let's test it out. And it was very normal, by the way. It was very regular. It wasn't anything crazy. And then he got a pulled pork barbecue sandwich. And so he was super hungry. And so we were both eating, and he eats like you used to. And Harry's talked about having his acid reflux and stuff like that, and how he's been on a diet, and it's calmed down now, and he can drink again and all that stuff. But part of the issue was Harry would eat very quickly. He would eat and then not chew all the way and swallow, and
like a couple chews and that's it.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know. And I asked Eric too the same thing. Like, how did that start? He's like, I don't know.
I think it started.
I was like, did you grow up in a home where if you didn't eat it fast, it would get taken by siblings or something? He's like, no.
For me, it was because I didn't like. My dad would cook these really nice dinners, but all I wanted was chicken tenders. So like, so
you'd hurry up to get it.
Just eat it as quick as I can, so I can get it down, so that I can have dessert or something.
So strange.
And looking back, it's like my dad was cooking. Like he's a really good cook. So like those meals are probably so good, and like the stuff that I love now. But I just like was a kid, and all I wanted was chicken tenders.
So
I still like chicken tenders.
So that led to, part of it led to, and the diet, part of it led to Harry having some issues. And so I was explaining this to Eric while he's eating very quickly. He'd eaten an entire sandwich, and we had more, and fries, and half another sandwich. He'd eaten his entire sandwich, and I had almost finished half of mine. I'm like, Eric, you need to slow down, dude. Harrison was just having these issues, and because he was eating so fast. And as I'm saying that, literally as I'm saying, you need to slow down, dude, he goes, and I need to remind him that the international sign for choking is this, not this. So I was like, what's going on? He was like, and he was very cool about it at first. Like his eyes were like, he was like, and I was like, what's up? He's like, and I was like, what? And he stands up. I'm like, oh shit!
It just happened.
Then I realized what was happening, and so I was like, come here. And I turn. We're in the middle of a restaurant, by the way. I turn him around, and he's taller than you. So he's way taller than I am.
6'4". He's like 6'4". Yeah.
He's not a small guy. So
Hollis is like 5'5". So
okay, that's not true at all. I'm 5'9", but it definitely. I'm 5'9". He's 6'4". That is a big difference.
Yeah.
So I'm like on my tippy toes trying to give him a proper Heimlich. Right, so I'm giving him a Heimlich maneuver. I gave it to him twice, and people are like, "Oh my god!" Like old ladies and like kids, everybody was, the whole restaurant was staring. I was like, "I don't give a shit." So I Heimlich him twice, and then give him a massive pound in the back, like right where his trachea is and stuff. And he goes, and we were right near emergency exit, and that says if you press this, alarm will sound. And he hits it as I hit him. He hits it and goes through it, and goes, "Wah!" It all comes out. And by the way, there was no emergency sound. The waitress were like, I guess that doesn't work. But he goes out, and I go out with him, and he, the food comes out. It's kind of gross. And he's like, you just saved my life, dude. And I was like, yeah, are you okay? And he was like, yeah, I'm good. And I was like, no. Like, I went and got water, and like, I was like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. He comes back in maybe, and I'm not kidding, like he takes a minute, like maybe 60 seconds. And I come back in to get water and give him out there, and everyone's like, is he okay? I'm like, he's fine. He's fine, everybody. He's fine. No problems here. And they're like, they're all like, oh my goodness. And I go out, and he's like, you're all right. He's just like, breathing. He's like, I got him a napkin. He's cleaning the food off. He comes back inside, sits down, starts back eating again. like nothing happened. And I was like, bro, what the hell? And he was like, I was like, I can't believe that just happened. He said, well, it's funny is that this has happened to me twice in my life before. And I've never been alone, thank God. But it happened to me. He said it happened 6 months ago when he just moved to LA. And then once when he was like 6 years old.
I've never had it that bad. I guess I know. I think he probably eats faster than me.
Dude, he was very hungry, and he already eats fast, right?
Because I chew my food, but not a ton, but like enough. Because I've never had that issue. But after him saying that, I was like, when I was eating, I was like, I need to. Because like if I'm eating at my warehouse by myself, and that happens. Like I've thought about scenarios where like if I have to give myself the Heimlich maneuver, like what am I gonna do? Like I'll go find like a corner of a table and like shove myself onto it to try to like get it out.
So here's what I've been sending him periodically every few days. It says, I've been texting him, reminder, eat slower. I'm going to do it. I told him I was going to do it. He's like, please do. I'm going to do it every few days. Just send him a note. Today he said noted.
Nah, it's definitely a scary experience, especially when you're alone. When you're alone is like the worst.
Dude.
It happened to me once.
Really? You were alone?
Yeah, Cece was sleeping, so
What did you do?
Slam myself on the chair.
Oh
edge of
my
the chair.
That's what I was thinking. Like find like
dude.
the edge of something.
Oh
and just,
my
like,
God.
Just drop. I just drop on the chair, like the edge of the chair. Like,
Did you not break your ribs too?
no,
Jeez.
it was choking. If you choking, like
Oh
you
my
start
God, dude.
sweating, your eyes. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It happened.
I've never even thought about that because I never get close to that. I chew my food very well.
Peanut butter jelly sandwich.
What's funny is we had a peanut butter jelly sandwich that night and he hadn't eaten it yet.
Oh my God.
He hadn't been eating that peanut butter jelly sandwich. But
Yeah.
wow. I mean,
It
it's
happened.
scary.
It happened fast.
It's scary,
though. It happened
guys.
fast before your eyes.
So I have a thing for kids, but not for adults, but for kids because you can't do the Heimlich the same way with
Yeah.
kids. It's not the same. So anyway, but because most people don't know that, and I have one that goes over a kid's mouth and nose, and it's like a giant, like a suction cup thing. It's called a D-choker. It just like you prime it and you pop stuff out. So it's like a foolproof way instead of like having to know.
Well, I should just get one of those for my house just in case.
Yeah.
I really think you should.
I don't eat that fast.
You know what? I might order one for Eric and send it to him.
Yeah.
Just to carry. Like, do you have an EpiPen? No, but I have a D-choker. The funny thing is, it's like as big as for an adult. It's like as big as a fire extinguisher. It's massive.
What?
Yeah, it's huge. The kid one is this big. So
They
the
probably
adult
use
one's
it in,
like
like
this
elderly homes or something, or where adults can't.
big. So the whole marketing, they don't even market. All they do is put up testimonials of people when they've saved a life. Every time a life gets saved and people tell them, they put it up there. It's like, and you can count. It's like, wow, that's pretty cool. I would love to design a product one day that saves fucking lives.
Yeah.
Like that's like people said, oh, you're making a big difference when I did my pharma stuff and I'm keeping people on their medication stuff. But mostly, to be honest, most of that wasn't life-saving medication. It was like lifestyle medication, like erectile dysfunction. You know,
Why'd you design that? Why did you get into that?
I'm done.
Okay, first of all,
Is it one of those things where you're like you needed something for you need a solution
Harry.
for something
No,
you're dealing
Harry.
with? So you're
No,
like, I'm
Harry.
gonna come up with this great idea.
No, first of all, some of my companies were based on DTC communication on behalf of brands, meaning direct to consumer. So I would communicate via mobile media, right, text message and other methods, on behalf of brands to consumers to say, hey, don't forget to take your medication, refill it at this point. I knew who their doctor was. I knew what brand they were taking. I knew what their strength was. So I would tell them, even though they didn't know, because I got the data, I would tell them and say, hey, refill here. And you want me to order it for you? Reply yes. I ordered the refill for them. So things like that. So the closest I think I got to that with these lifestyle things, I did get a guy who sent us a novel via text, and it comes through a non-standard response. So basically, we see the things that are like, not part of the program. We see them, they pop up, and we read them. And we have to actually, we legally required to review them and say, okay, this person's not saying, hey, I'm having a heart attack right now, that type of thing, right?
Yeah.
Or I'm having an adverse event. So this person sends a novel, and one of my people working for me at the time was like, hey, check this out. You need to read this. And this guy's pouring his heart out saying, we've saved his marriage. That was on the erectile dysfunction Viagra, by the way. That was for Viagra. Like that.
House created Viagra, by the way.
Huh?
You created Viagra.
I did not create Viagra.
That's why we're in this beautiful house. House created Viagra.
That part, okay, half of that is correct. The other half is not. I did not create Viagra. However,
Imagine we just started saying that as like your thing. House is the creator of Viagra.
what was I, 5 when I created it? Like it's an older drug.
Family money from Viagra.
man.
You know, the funny thing is about Viagra. You guys know how it started? It was created. It was found by accident. It's kind of like champagne with monks. Anyway, so they were testing so the way that Viagra works. I don't know why we're going into this. The way that Viagra works though is through blood flow. Basically, it improves blood flow. And when you're excited, it's easier. Anyway, the point is that they found what they were testing for. They were created a drug, and it's sildenafil, and they were testing it for cholesterol. Yeah, it was a cholesterol drug. Right, for like blood costs like that for your heart and things like that. So what they noticed during the trials, the human trials, is that they stopped the trials. Said, well, it wasn't as very effective. They didn't see enough efficacy to say, okay, let's move forward with this drug. So when they stopped the trial, they were asking for the medication back, and no one wanted to give it back. They were testing males from the ages of like 45 to 75, and no one wanted to give it back. In fact, and they didn't know why. They're like, why are we having such a problem with this? And then the wives of some of these testing guys sent them notes and said, hey, can we get more of that? And they were like, what? This is not a joke. It's like, what is going on? So as they investigated, they found out through a lot of investigation, because it didn't come freely. And as you can imagine, like, remember when it was a big deal to talk about erectile dysfunction in the 90s? Yeah. It was like, whoa, Ross Perot's talking about it. So it was kind of a taboo subject. So they didn't want to talk about it. They didn't want to talk with their doctors or anything. So that's how they figured out that it was helping with erectile dysfunction. And then they basically started printing money at that point.
Imagine. Now Blue Chew's the one that sponsors all the YouTubers.
And, you know, by the way, Blue Chew is a straight rip. Even the color.
They say it's made by the same ingredients of Viagra and
just
Cialis.
like any generic medication is made by the same ingredients as any other brand of medication.
But there's a stigma around Viagra in comparison to people of my generation. They're like, oh,
because you're old.
Blue Chew. It sounds
it's
newer.
Yeah. But even the blue, so the blue diamond pill for Viagra is a trademarked logo, look, everything, and that's the closest they could get without being sued their pants off by Pfizer. So, and you know, Pfizer is a friend of the Haas household, so say no ill. Anyway,
get the vaccines here.
No, I've been out of healthcare since right when COVID hit. I was like, I'm out.
I saw my doctors emailed me like, schedule your vaccine now, and I went on there and like I could have scheduled to go get it 20 minutes out, like from when I was on there. It's very
insane that more people aren't getting their vaccine. Like, I mean, if I didn't have a ridiculous irrational fear of shots, I would absolutely take it. But
I want to get it. I just have some anxiety around it.
That's different too.
Yeah,
Steve, why aren't you getting it yet?
He's had COVID 9 times, so he doesn't need it.
I don't know. I'm still questioning.
Have you had COVID since last time?
No.
Why are you
The last
questioning?
time with you
What are you
guys.
questioning? Science?
No. I don't feel like I want to be the guinea pig for this.
You're not a guinea
'cause
pig.
I feel like they still in trial with this thing, because there are people that think that once you get the shot, you're never gonna get COVID again.
Yeah.
That's what people are thinking right now.
That's wrong. But from a numbers perspective and the severity of COVID, you are basically have a 99.9% chance that you won't die of it. That's the point.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no hospital. Like you can. There's more chance of you getting it again, but not like if you get it, it's a lot less.
What's the
effect.
same chance of you getting it again? Getting it. Same chance. Like it doesn't increase your chances of getting it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, it affecting you.
Yes. Right. Not you getting. Not contracting it. Let's be clear. Just spread misinformation here.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm saying.
When
When they watch this FlexCast, there's going to be a thing on the bottom that says for information
Make
resources
sure we get that
about
trigger word in there
COVID-19.
for them to put it down there. Vaccine.
Thanks. Great.
We already talked about it, but my wife
we've been
got her
talking
first
about
dose.
Viagra erectile dysfunction, so I might have like a medication thing on there.
My whole my sister, mom, dad, grandma, everybody's got it. I'm
Got the
only one that
vaccine.
doesn't. Yep. Sophie's got it.
Yeah. So now are you guys ready to party?
She hasn't got her second dose, but
But
if
like
I
in the next
get
couple
it-
weeks, you will.
if I get it, then I'll be ready. But I haven't yet.
Come on, Harry.
Yeah, I'm not. Around
So
a lot of
I don't.
people either,
The only
so.
I don't have like
Oh, you're not clubbing every night now?
My thing isn't like it's not tested or whatever. It's just Steve. That's the old Steve.
That's old Steve.
Yeah,
Old
it's
Steve.
gone. It's gone now.
I mean, it's gone for a while, Steve. It's gonna be
I
gone
still
for a
go to
while.
Mexico, but
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Not with others in the car, but
Yeah, nah.
Go by
nobody in
yourself
the
to
car.
Mexico.
Yeah.
For me, it's not about like the science. It's more like I know I'm probably gonna have an adverse reaction for a few days, and me just overthinking those.
I mean, you probably won't since you've had it.
Yeah, but
I mean, we don't know. We don't actually know, but
the person around you that got it had reaction, and your wife, had reaction to it, and she had COVID. So it's like I feel
but
like
it was a 1-day reaction.
Sophie was
And it
nauseous.
was
for
arm
about,
soreness. I mean,
Sophie was nauseous for about 5 days. So she was pretty rough.
Yeah, you guys were supposed to come here, and I heated the pool for you and everything. It cost me like $500.
She's sad
because I forgot to turn it off.
Oh my God.
I forgot to turn the heater off, and I was like, "Damn, Harrison," because I left it on for like a week.
She's really sad. She actually wanted me to ask about this week about coming over, but her work schedule is too busy. But
you know what? That reminds me. We were just talking about birthday. She had her birthday here
last year because it was COVID. We couldn't really do much, so we came here, had some margaritas, and sat by the pool.
Nice private pool
party
experience.
We lived closer then. I think the people are moving into my house finally.
Oh, your old house.
Did I tell that on the podcast?
I don't think you told on the podcast.
So I sold my townhouse.
We told that, but not this story.
I'm trying to think how long ago it was. Probably 7 months ago now we sold it. This is the longest I've ever lived in a place with Sophie for a concurrent time. This place right now.
Concurrent viewers.
Yeah. for whatever time. We sold the house, and then I guess within the week that we sold it, there was a water main break, and they had to dig up the whole driveway of the townhouse, and the people have not been able to move in up until they called us like a month ago, and they said,
man.
yeah, it's like, I don't know what happened. I had no clue about it, obviously, and so I think they just tried to log into the Ring camera, so I think they probably are moving in now, but I went by and only half the driveway is dug up, but I'd assume they have no water. So if they have no water, it makes sense. But if they had water and only half the driveway is dug up, I'd be like, I'd live there. But I would be frustrated as well if I bought a place and couldn't move in. But
you dodged that bullet.
And they could probably make money on their house in this current market.
So I'm almost done with my renovations. I finished this major. I mean, I get made fun of all the time, but I finished the major renovation.
He started renovating the lake house.
I saw that. I was like,
well, it just had to be done. It wasn't a renovation. It was more like a repair.
You go from here almost done to the lake house. If you got any new dock at the lake house.
The new docks, I'm just going to buy another one. I'm not going to renovate that. But that's later. It's down the priority list. But
what happened to this? I need to chill a little bit, or I'm not going to be able to live this lifestyle.
Those are inexpensive ones. But I got one more left in the house, and I had my our architect, now our house architect, our in-house architect, basically, our personal architect, do something for the master closet and bath, because we need it to be different, because it's kind of dated. It's the only thing we haven't touched. And once we do that, I'm going to put this house in the market.
Has been saying this.
I am.
Work though.
Look at. I don't care. I like the journey.
Process.
I like that. Too. I'm a process masochist. Like I enjoy that. It's the fun stuff.
Crazy.
Just like entrepreneurship. I like the struggle. I mean, there aspects of it sometimes annoy me. I want things to go my way, but otherwise, I enjoy it. So I would happily. I'm going to put. Is it a Taurus thing? Oh my god.
Yeah, go ahead.
But given where real estate is right now,
you probably will get the best for it. But I feel like it's only gonna go up from
right. And so my goal is to say, okay, before anything changes, sell it, recoup not only the money I put into it, but more. Right. Like basically, if I sold it, it would be a no-brainer.
Make money.
Yeah, it'd be like but not just a couple of bucks. Like we'd make good money. And so if not, I just stay here for 10 years. I'm not worried about it. Right. If it didn't sell, which I think it's just a price thing. But I think we're in a very, very good spot. And so, because we're looking at other houses between 4 and 6 million right now, and in where we are right now, it is insane. Like they're selling within 48 hours. Yeah. People are buying them cash. I'm like, geez,
where's people coming from?
Yeah, New York and LA.
Yeah,
they're like, wait a minute, I'm gonna sell my house, and then with the amount that I would have had to down payment for another house, I could buy a whole house in Atlanta.
Yeah, they're like my 2,000 square foot condo in Manhattan costs the same as this 10,000 square foot house.
Precisely. Probably less, actually. Yeah. Probably less. And then you have this return to nature that a lot of people are experiencing because of COVID, right? People want to be near parks. They want to have a yard. They want to have a pool now. And so, I mean, not that they didn't before, but more so than before. So now that we've done all this stuff to it, like this is I get a random call or email from a realtor every week. Like, hey, are you guys considering selling? Like that type of thing. Because hey, we have a buyer who's looking for this and they can't find it, etc. And so basically I'm going to put a price that's like, if someone wants to pay me that, I'll go. If not, I don't care.
Oh no, I got luck. So I did that with a video card recently. So I was like, there's no way somebody's going to pay like $20,000 for a video card
that costs you what? $1,500.
$1,500.
Oh my God. Was it the one you bought from
Yeah.
No, from Christian, right?
You need to get Christian a little bottle of something.
I asked
Yeah,
Christian,
you
he can't even get me anymore. I wish.
No,
he could
get him a gift though.
Give him like a bottle
if you
of
net that
liquor.
much of a difference.
Of course.
For the hookup?
Get him a bird.
I got him. But
He likes
A
birds.
bird?
Yeah, because he likes birds.
Oh yeah.
Get him a bird cage.
Yeah, no, I was in there. I was like, oh shoot. All right, that's something to think about.
He loves
but
his
yeah,
birds.
It was.
a good dude.
I still can't believe that person paid that much for it. But I was like, all right, you sure about that?
But they probably just needed it immediately
yeah, not
because that's what they're paying for. Otherwise, you're like, oh, well, you hope you can get it, maybe, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Plus, you're a reputable seller. Like, so if someone can, if Steve the gamer sells like a bad, it's bad. It's worse for you.
I know. It is.
Than
My
someone else.
reputation.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course. But yeah, they
So yeah,
paid for it.
while everything's up, even my F12 is way up. It's
They just got another one at gas. It's
what are they selling it for?
260,
For how many miles though?
20.
Oh my god!
Maybe not 20. It's up there. It's probably like
But still, that's
it's
a
between
lot.
10 and 20.
Yeah, but you remember when I was looking, it was a $70K
I
difference.
think it's like 16K miles.
from like 7-8 months ago. But also with my mods and everything, like I put money into it, so I could probably do something high. Like I would probably sell. Man, I don't know if I would. I don't even for $100,000 more. I don't know if I would because
liquidate the assets.
yeah, but dude, I love that car. Like it is exactly
the F12?
the F12.
No way. So you falling in love with it officially?
I love it, dude. I mean, well, now that I've modded it exactly, I've talked about this before. Like now everything is perfect on it. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah, but that's what your house. Everything's perfect, but you're
Yeah, you still yeah.
But
there's a more monetary
there's
gain
more
from
mods to be made here. Like I'm done with mods in the car.
and more monetary gain from the house
yeah.
and the car.
I mean,
Which kind of bring me back. Did you fix the Rolls Royce?
well, which fix?
The rims. So
Yes.
story time.
Yes. So the quick story is again,
No way.
I was
That
driving
thing
on
is
West
so-
Paces,
Oh,
and
man.
this time a tire popped. Yeah, and I bent two of my rims. I'm suing the city. It's going to be about 1.5 years till I see any money.
Yeah, I don't think you should have. I don't even want to drive that car in the city. So I was picking up some
Such
shoes.
a nightmare. Any nice car, dude.
I never had GTR, G-Wagon, no problem.
But you're not driving on West
Kid
Paces
got-
every day.
A kid got ran over this weekend by Lennox.
Are you serious?
Where does this come from, Harry?
I'm just
Way to break it down.
Story
He's
time.
Way to break
talking
it down, guys.
He's talking about not wanting to go out, and there was some of the water bottle kids that were by Lennox, and the cops came and they started to run, and one ran straight in front of a car and got hit.
But see, that's exactly why we were wanting them to not do that, is because it's a safety issue, and not just for them, for us, like driving. It's like then I slam my brakes to not hit one, and then someone hits me from behind. Like it's just a nightmare. But I mean, it's unfortunate that somebody got hurt. That's terrible.
I think they're being okay, but
Well, really good.
I think.
Hope they learned the lesson. Like, don't do that. Anyway, so yeah, but right now the Rolls is in the shop actually, but for a reason, because before my cross country trip, I want to make sure everything's good on it, and it's mostly the slight wind noise from the window.
I was gonna say.
It drives me insane.
Did you see me trying to get out the Rolls Royce? So I did a vlog recently.
No,
So
did you post it?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't
post-
tell me. You didn't tell me.
So I have.
I didn't even see it.
Harrison's seat is in my garage, so it's taking the space. So I forgot to open the Rolls Royce door. You need like all that space. So I had to jump from the driver's seat.
You had to go get this. I wonder why there was a footprint on the dash. No, I'm kidding.
There was?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I was gonna say no. I'll make sure. You should have seen me. I was trying to like get it.
No, I'm kidding.
But yeah.
Yeah, the thing has people don't realize it has like 6-foot doors, man.
You need space.
Like
man.
you need 2 spaces to get out of that car.
When I heard that Ram just hitting that sidewalk, I was like, imagine you go in it, you back up, it's gonna be worse.
Third story. That was story. So I landed. I needed to borrow his G-Wagon for a video shoot, a film shoot, and because I'm working with a film company, Right Media. I actually did a vlog on them, like my second vlog or third vlog ever. Now I'm working with them.
Oh, you're allowed to bring people in? I would love to come in a day.
When it's not a closed set.
Okay.
So yes, I can, and on a cool shoot, like I'll let you guys know. I was hanging out with we were at God, I forget the name. They're very, very big. They're Jonas Brothers. One of the Jonas Brothers, Joe Jonas. We did a shoot with them in Savannah, and like it's not that exciting to me, but that's the level of stuff that we're doing. Anyway, so I needed the G-Wagon, so I switched with Steve for a weekend, and Steve went to buy some shoes, by the way.
Worst idea ever.
And apparently, go ahead, Steve. Tell what happened.
No, I pull up. There was no parking like in front of that store, so I was like,
was that Hype Q407?
Yeah.
Which you guys have seen on Harry's channel. He goes there all the time.
I just parked right in front of the fire hydrant. But what I didn't know, what you was telling me about the camera.
Sent me a picture. He goes, "Are you here?" And I was like, "No, that's Steve." And I think you went in right after that. But
yeah, driving in, man.
So what happened?
It was a disaster.
So what happened?
As I got it right. As soon as I pull in, I turned the wheel just a little bit.
He forgot to hit the button for the 360 camera.
I didn't know there was a button, so I had to keep putting on reverse
I told you
so I
button.
could see it.
Yeah, in reverse you see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you have to hit the button if you're going like forward and trying to.
Yeah, but it was funny though. It was.
So what happened?
I went in the sidewalk.
You went into what?
To the sidewalk.
The wheel connected with the sidewalk.
And you couldn't back up.
Steve said the sound was terrible.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, don't worry about it, man. He faced it. I couldn't really see. He faced it. I was like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. He was like, it's not fine. He's like, it's not fine.
Nah, if somebody did that to my car, I would feel that way too. So that's why I was like,
no, I was like, dude, it's fine. Like, it's going to happen. Like me driving on West Paces, it's going to happen. He was like, nah, this is bad. So he sent me money before I even saw the car. He sent me money. He was like, I'm sorry. I was like, Steve, don't worry about it, dude.
Hey, that's I would hate for somebody to do that to my car too. So
dude, I wasn't worried about it.
Yeah.
But now the role's in the shop to prepare for my cross country journey. I want everything perfect.
Okay.
To make sure. And I gotta go get so to travel across the country, I want spares. So I got a spare tire for the trailer. A nice, brand new, nice spare tire, right? And for the rolls, I was like, oh, I'll have a spare tire, put one in my trunk. Well, because they're staggered and everything, I have to carry 2 spares.
Oh, shit.
One for the fronts, one for the rears. So I was talking to Danny today, and he was like, yeah, man, you got to get 2. And I was like, crap.
Damn.
So I might be buying another set of fronts and rears. I don't know. Maybe just buy a whole other set of wheels.
At that point, yeah, but you're going to carry them with you. I guess you put them on the trailer.
Well, I'll put them in the garage, but carry 2 with me. But I want to have room to buy the extra stuff on the trailer.
Oh, you could actually put them on the trailer, probably like on the side.
Yeah. Well, but those are 22s. They're not like a spare trailer tire. It's like a.
Legitimate the hovercraft in the middle, like how you could put it on the side.
Yeah. So, but Steve, I want to buy the mini Jeep. Go-kart too. I want to put all that. It's getting insane. I'm gonna. So I've met
the whole project. Right?
It's exactly what's gonna happen. I can't wait, dude.
Oh man,
it's gonna be great.
We're gonna have to bail you out.
And then my friend Maverick is gonna come with me.
Are we gonna have to fly to LA and bail you out?
No, I've told people, friends of mine in LA. I was like, hey, by the way, I'm gonna be there. This is a possibility. I may call upon you. Yeah,
the content.
One of my best friends in the world, Flash, I could call him, but Adam, he's in LA, and we used to do stuff like that here in Atlanta. So I was his call to be bailed out. He didn't need it, fortunately, but we've come close together. But actually, I've driven cross country with him from Atlanta to LA when he moved to LA. So this will be my second time doing this trip. So
long trip.
It is 32 hours.
Mm-hmm. If you're doing it with people, it's good.
Yeah, I needed someone. So one of our other friends couldn't go, so Mav is coming. I'm grateful for that. And I was like, dude, if you come, I know it's a lot. It's last minute. I was like, I'll buy your ticket. I'll cover your first class airfare. Actually, I didn't tell him it was first class. I just bought it. I didn't tell him it was first class. I said I'd buy his ticket. And he's like, it's okay. I'm used to flying Spirit. And I was like, ew. Okay, no. So I got him a legit.
I love the Spirit memes where it's like,
he says, you know what they say? Fly Spirit, you become one.
Damn.
Literally.
Dude, I'm pretty sure they charge you for air on those flights.
They charge for everything.
But it's the influencer, like airline, like every vendor was like, oh, we'll put you on Spirit.
When I first started getting flown to sneaker cons, they would put me in Spirit, but I couldn't afford. I had like 80K subs. I couldn't afford to get
because
anything else.
The taxes on a Delta flight are the whole flight for a Spirit flight. It's nuts.
But obviously now it's.
And most people are like, oh yeah, you get it all the same. I was like, no, you don't. It's not all the same.
No.
Just like driving in your Honda from one place to another is not the same as driving your Rolls Royce from one place to another. Yes, you get to A to B, but it's not the same experience.
And it just depends if you have the means to do that and want to do that. For me, at this point, I do not like flying, so I want to be as comfortable as possible.
Why don't you like flying, by the way?
I'm out of control.
You think that's why Eric hates flying too?
I don't know. He hates. Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's I just get anxious
for a guy who's skydiving on couches and standing on top of a plane, strapped to a plane, like I guess he's just overcoming his fears.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Because I've flown so much in my life.
Dude, my whole childhood I flew too.
But standing on top of a plane? Oh my God, doing flips? That's insane. I'm like, no, thank you. But yet he does, and he can't stand flying.
That's crazy.
I flew my whole childhood too. Like every year, multiple times a year, we'd fly. So I don't know what happened, but
well, after 15 years of being a businessman, flying like 4 times a week, it just becomes old hat. It's just like meh.
Yeah, Chase had me flying so much. Same.
Yeah. So you don't mind flying?
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys.
Oh,
I got a DM from a car company today.
What?
Yeah.
For a brand deal?
Somewhat. Guess the car company.
No way.
Porsche.
No.
Oh, that would be cool though. Volkswagen. Honda.
Serious? Lamborghini.
Hyundai.
Ford.
What?
So Ford hit me up, and
can you buy a Ford GT?
And are inviting me, and they specifically named Nick to do a track day in the new GT500 in New Jersey in May.
Can they specifically name Haas and Steve
They specifically said, we want to invite you, and we want Nick to come out as well. And they DM'd him as well.
So Nick is a professional, former professional race car driver.
So I guess they saw that, but I'm sorting it out with my management now because I don't know if they are talking about accommodations. Like if they're inviting me to just go and fly myself out there, then I'm probably not going to go. But if they're flying to do or paying to fly and accommodations, Nick is he was like, dude, this is my dream for a company this big to recognize just me in general and invite us to go drive a car on a racetrack.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's a full day of a full track day, road course, drifting,
in the new GT500. Oh my gosh!
I had a Mustang, and
that's cool. He was Mustang, guys.
I was. I'm not a fan as much anymore.
You were?
Yeah.
Those are the old days.
That's cool. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I mean, that'd be cool if that happens. But they DM me on the Ford Instagram that has 28 million followers or something. I was like, Ford? I was like, why did Ford DM me?
That's awesome.
Yeah. So my management's talking.
Did you screenshot that?
Yeah. Well, because I sent it to my Mustang buddies. I was like, look at this. This is odd. Because I sent them just the preview, and then I opened it. And I was like, oh, damn.
Oh.
New Jersey.
Hey.
One of my old roommates, Jaron, he runs a Mustang fan club on Instagram. Has 500K. We lived together for years, and I met him through Mustangs, obviously. And I sent him that I got it, and he got invited too. So he said if I go, then he'll go. So
you think you can finagle another invite?
Losh is gonna go and sneak in.
Me and Steve will go. I mean, they should invite Steve. He's in cars.
I don't know how they found me. I genuinely don't know.
You should be like, hey, by the way, there's a guy who does racing stuff all the time. Steve the Gamer. Check him out.
Oh, I mean, they don't okay, so the thing is they okay with what I do, but nobody want to associate with GTA.
Because GTA.
Yeah.
Not
That's
formally.
The thing. Yeah.
Yeah, because we did a brand deal recently with AutoZone. They're like, don't put us anywhere.
I know.
Just do the ad. Don't say anything about GTA, about nothing.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
that's huge.
I was thinking about it right now. I was like, I was trying not to worry about this. There's a giant wasp right here.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Well, let us know how that goes, and then get us invites.
I'm gonna try to get vaccinated before then, so I think that's my plan.
But that just sounds like a fun time, dude.
It does. To be able to go drive in a GT500, hell yeah.
And then where's that going to be?
New Jersey.
Jersey.
I've been itching to go to New York. I've been to New York in a little bit.
Steve said, "Let's go.
Get us some cars, Steve."
Steve, I mean, we don't need cars. We need to do a trip in the next.
Where do you stay when you go to New York?
They actually
depends on what I'm doing and where.
Too. Cloud9. If you guys, whenever I go there, they always hook me up.
So it depends on where everything is, because I mean, there's a lot. It's New York, right? So you've got so many great places to stay. So for me, it always depended upon where in the city I'm going to be or where my meetings are, etc.
I like Soho.
Soho's great. I mean, I'm
That's where
over
my
Soho
work
though because I
stuff
stayed
is.
there probably the most since most of my headquarters buildings that I was going to were there.
Well, my work stuff is there too. All the stores that I go to and
Oh yeah, that's
invite me
like
out.
right there. You
But
just go downstairs. Yeah.
Sophie she's like, before you go on another work trip to New York, we need to go together because the last time I went for work with Nick, and I'm going to LA, I think soon for work. So
We're going.
Hostage can go. It's fine.
It's fine.
I'll have all my stuff taken care of.
Haas is gonna tag along.
They're gonna put me in hopefully the addition.
They're gonna put him in
LA.
coach, and I'm gonna fly first. I'm like, I'll see you there.
Hell
bud.
no. They were saying because they wanted me to come.
If I book your flight though, you'll get upgraded with me.
No, but they said they were like, we want him to come out, and I was like, I don't know because I want to wait to get vaccinated, whatever. And they were like, we'll fly him first class. We're gonna put him in a nice and I'm like, I'm not worried about that. It's like,
Well, no, because in first, there's no one next to you.
I know they offered to fly me first.
That's the thing. In first, that's what they're saying that because if we're at COVID, there's no one can sit next to you because in first it's only 2 seats max, right? And so since they're doing empty seat in coach, if you first, no one sits next to you. So that's why they're saying that.
Yeah.
Not to be like ooh special, but like because
No. I'm saying they're saying that to like just to make sure I'm taken care of.
Yeah, I mean you just have fewer interactions because you can get on the plane when you want to. You don't have to sit next to somebody. You know, it's just fewer potential interactions or close interactions with people.
So yeah, maybe going to LA. We'll see.
Well, I'll go back to LA because I'm going on Thursday.
We'll see how that goes. Send us updates along the way.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna. Maybe I'm gonna have Maverick, but hey, man, can you get some content with me here? Because I'll be like, driving.
He needs to blow you up on TikTok.
You know, I made 2 TikToks recently, and they're at 150K and like 80K. I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
TikTok.
They want
That's how
you
it
to. They
is.
want you to grow.
They do. They do.
Except my TikTok about our trade only maxed out like 120, I think.
I mean, still pretty good, but it didn't go crazy. Like all of Isaiah's went nuts.
That was a good TikTok. I watched it like 50 times.
It was a very good TikTok. I agree. I watched it a lot too.
It'd be hard to make content like that though. It's so funny because Isaiah, if you guys didn't see the trade we did with him, we traded
Isaiah photo
a Tesla.
on
I think we
everything.
talked about it.
Yeah.
But he flew out here all that and did it. In his big TikTok that he released, he only included like
4 seconds.
4 seconds
Yeah.
from the
Of all
whole
the effort
trip
and work,
here.
everything. Yeah.
It was 4 seconds at the end of like, and I finally got the Tesla. And he's like, no way. And then it cuts. It's over. I was
Yeah.
like, we were like, wait, we thought you'd
that's
do
it?
more. Like,
You put more in there, but that's the difference in the super short form content. And then the one he did with me hit 3 million.
that's why he put it.
The knock on my door,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
that the sand thing.
The reason he got
But
out,
his was like 15 million, was it, for that TikTok?
probably, yeah.
15 million?
He's still to this
Crazy.
day tags me stories, and he's like, people are like, what's your hardest trade? He's like, I have to thank Harrison so much. None of this would have been possible without him.
That's cool. He's a nice guy.
He is.
I actually, we're gonna hook up when I'm in LA. I've got like now like a list of
Clout demon over here.
no, no. It's like I was like, hey, I'm gonna drive my hovercraft there. He's like, yeah, let's definitely hook up. So, and then all the people we met like 2 weeks ago are in LA. So I was like, yeah, I'll let you know. I'll be in LA in a couple weeks. So we'll see. Well, thanks guys.
Already know.
Appreciate it again for stopping by on my birthday.
Yep.
This will be the Caffeine and Octane episode, so sorry that we'll miss you this coming weekend at Caffeine and Octane, but we'll be back, and we've got. I mean, we're gonna start doing it more at Caffeine and Octane. I'm excited about it. Bruce over at Caffeine and Octane, who we had on the FLEXCAST, he sent a glowing review. He really loves what we're doing, and some of the other people were saying it's really great. You know, they really enjoyed us being there. It added a different element to Caffeine and Octane, which I agree with. It was pretty cool, and we've learned some things, you know, logistically that we're going to do. So I've even purchased some more equipment. He said we can borrow theirs. Like, I want my own. So we have our own.
Are
Like,
we ever gonna be in a positive for those?
Podcast is never going to
I mean, unless this becomes like Impulsive Big, no. By the way, Caleb, who runs the Impulsive podcast, he's the guy I got credentials for. He's like, he owes me a favor, so I don't know how that's going to work out, but he definitely owes me a favor. Although I did put him in the trunk of my Rolls Royce, so maybe it equals out. I don't know. But
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks, and stay safe. Have fun. Thanks for stopping by.
Peace. Good luck, Austin.
For Steve, Harry, and me, we're out.